Hi there. I'm glad to be back with you. I wanted today to talk about something that we all go through it. It's about fear. Some of them are rational and some not so much. But I think the way we handle them and the number of them that we have to go through can be dealt with in a way that leaves you able and knowing you can handle things. So I want to talk about fear in that sense. So first of all, because it's a kind of a serious subject, and to be helpful about it, I thought maybe perhaps we could be a little humorous about this. So we're going to be talking about things through the eyes of animals, uh, particularly pet dogs, and they show us with their emotions what they feel. So I had a little fun with this. I hope you do too. So what we're doing here is we're giving examples, possible things that could bring you fear. And in this case, we're looking at it from the perspective of a pet. In this case, the first one, a little dog is worried that perhaps loves somebody else more than them. And this one we can relate to because the little dog is thinking that it's doing everything asked to do. She's still yelling at him. And he can't figure that out, so it's bringing him a lot of concern. In this case, you got a little dog who is often going out, with the person who loves them. And in this case, the person seems to be going out a lot again without him. Okay, in this case, we're talking about fears that are rational. In other words, these fears are real. They're not imagined. In this case, the little dog is feeling that there's somebody that's following him. And sure enough, he's right. There is somebody following him. This is a rational fear. Now let's think about what it is that you do normally when you're fearful. Some of these things are actually, they're all right because they're not hurting you and they're helping you to not think about it, which is good for a short period. But you will have to face this eventually. Anyway, if it's a fear, then we all have a way of dealing with it. And here's a few that might make you laugh. In this case, you might be eating, like foods that you shouldn't normally eat, like popcorn and cookies and you name it, ice cream, because you're trying to feel better about what's going on. Sometimes we just put our head in our hands and we just cry because it's so overwhelming and we don't know what to do. And here we have somebody who has decided to do something else to kind of hide the problem. And they're drinking. And we all do that. And some of us even go a little further. And maybe we're involving drugs or whatever. But the thing is, it's not healthy and it's not a good way to handle fear. So, what is a good way to handle fear? What should we do? Well, there are some things that you can do that are more effective than eating your and that kind of thing, or drinking or whatever too much. And one of them is that you can go for a walk with a friend and tell them all about it. Facing your fears is really important. They'll help you to look at the entire picture and to realize whether it's a true fear or not. And by dealing with it that way, you're actually getting rid of it because you're facing it. But let's go further than that. What are you going to do long term? I suggest that you face this, and if it's worrying you enough, you should actually go and speak to somebody who's a counselor and allow yourself to deal with this once and for all. Fears can take over your life. They can become a way of life, and you don't want that. But long term, you have to do something to face this. And here's something else I want you to think about. Anything that is considered fear or anger driven is negative. It's a form of energy that is negative. In the universe, there is positive and negative energy. And the negative energy is around certain things. And fear and anger are two of them. And if you happen to concentrate on these two things all the time, what you're doing is drawing in more of the same sort of thing. And because they're negative, they're very attractive. That means they keep bringing it in. They keep attracting more of the same thing. And you don't want that in your life because you're aiming for peace and for happiness, right? So you have to find a way to eliminate this from your life. And one of the things that I finally used that helped me, because we all have fear and anger, I had a continuous search in my life for a spiritual understanding about what life is all about and our part in it. That what is really going on is that the universe is there to help us all. And if we understand how it works, we can help ourselves. We are not alone. We have never been alone. The universe is there to help us. And we realize that by concentrating on the positive things in our lives, the things that give us joy, the things that we know are there and that are lovely and beautiful and worth living for, if we concentrate on those things, we will get more of the same. And we want that in our lives. And in future videos, I'm going to help you with that, how to attract that in your life. But in the meantime, I want you to understand that you can get rid of your fears and anger by simply understanding something. The universe is there to help you with it. Once you identify what this fear is, take a sentence or two, put it into those two sentences, and talk to the universe and say, look, this is what's happening to me. I need to get it off my mind and to not think about it again. Please help me to do that. Please, and thank you for doing that for me. You thank the universe because it's an act to indicate that you know this will be done. This is a positive thing that means that you actually believe it will be done, and it will be done. And in the future, after you do this for a couple of times, you will realize it is real. It is happening. And you had a good reason to have faith in it. But it's one of those things where you have to have faith in it before you've actually seen what it does. So understand it's there, this positive and negative energy. And in order for you to be, a positive individual and have positive energy, which will bring all those wonderful things to you, you have to believe that it's there. So that's what I'm passing on to you. It's a gift. I hope you receive it and that you use it. It took me most of my life to figure all this out. I wish I'd known it sooner. I really do. But I'm passing this on to you. Use it wisely. Understand it. Know that you and all energy forms of life have this. You can use it for you in a positive way so that your life is something you're going to fall in love with. You can believe it. That's going to make you very happy. And we'll talk more about this as we go along. You will never be given anything more than what you can handle. Realize there's nothing to fear. Okay? So I'm going to leave you here today. And what I'd like is if you would support me, support my channel. I hope to bring you much more information in the future and to make it a little easier for you. Okay? So you have a great week and a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.